Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif bin Muhammad Azimi. Number metric A21-A2616. Today, I will present about the management principle at Loob Holdings Sen.Bhd. First of all, the objective of this assignment research is what is management and explain about the 4 management functions the Tealive company. Number 2, who is the top manager at Loob Holdings Sen.Bhd and explain 10 roles top manager perform in organization. And the last one is why innovation is important to CEO Brian Loob's job and explain how technology changes the manager works today. What is management? Management is the process of administering and coordinating resources effectively and efficiently in an effort to achieve the goals of the organization. Management is the act of getting people together to accomplish desired goals and objectives using available resources efficiently and effectively. Since organization can be viewed as systems, management can also be defined as human action, including design, to facilitate the production of useful outcomes from a system. 4 management functions in the Tealive company. Number 1, planning. The managers set organizational goals and devise a strategy for achieving them. Management makes strategic decisions to set the organization's direction throughout the planning phase. Before deciding on the optimal course of action, managers may explore a variety of possibilities for attaining the goal. While planning, managers frequently perform an in-depth analysis of the organization's current state of affairs, taking into account the vision and mission of the organization and analyzing what resources are available to achieve organization goals. For example, CEO Brian Loob launched the brand at the Pavilion KL to attract more people to try products. CEO Brian Loob also attract customers with their trademark, Tealive is more than just tea. Number 2 is organizing. Managers in charge of organizing and structuring work in order to achieve the organization's objective. Organizing entails deciding what tasks will be completed and by whom, how duties will be grouped, who will report to whom, and who will make decisions. Tealive is offered in their outlets to make it convenient for clients to obtain the tea, and Tealive has over 115 outlets throughout Malaysia. There are also over 70 tasty Tealive drinks on the menu that are prepared by their employees to satisfy customers. Furthermore, CEO Brian Loob also set to take modern tea culture to the innovative level. After that, we go to leading. Leading is focused on managing people, such as individual employees, teams and groups rather than tasks. Thus, managers can control their teams by issuing orders and giving instructions. Good leaders use interpersonal skills to encourage, inspire and motivate their staff to reach their maximum potential. Brian Loob, the company's CEO, has a fashionable appearance and a friendly demeanor that he utilizes to engage with his staff, as well as excellent current management abilities. Lastly is controlling. It entails monitoring, comparing, and improving work performance. It's time to analyze whether things are going according to plan after the goals have been set, the plans have been formed, the structure arrangement have been determined, and the staff has been employed, trained, and motivated. Managers perform activities such as training personnel when needed and maintaining track of deadlines during the controlling stage. Brian Loob, the CEO of a food and beverage empire that has grown from a startup to a full-fledged corporation, is a firm believer in mentoring emerging business executives. Top manager at Loob Holdings Sen.Bhd is Brian Loob. He was born in Malaysian state of Perlis. He earned a biotechnology degree from Monash University in Melbourne, Australia. He was dissatisfied with his job and wanted to start his own business, so he investigated the possibility of selling bubble tea. Ten roles top manager perform in organization. Firstly, figurehead. Manager whose goal is to inspire employees to feel connected to one another and to the organization, to support policies and decisions made on its behalf, and to work more for the institution's benefit. For example, Brian Loob finished as a biochemical student, but he didn't actually want to be a biochemist. Instead, he wanted to be an entrepreneur and start his own business. He was also clever in expanding his business by building multiple branches and has plans to open a new branch at gas station. After that is leadership. All managers have a leadership function, which includes overseeing subordinates' work, motivating and encouraging employees, and exercising formal authority. The organization or department's manager is in charge of coordinating the work of others and leading his subordinates. Tealive have a good management and have a good relationship between their leaders and team. Brian Loob treating his team with full of respect even he had to face issue with La Cafa and Chatime, but Brian Loob still do the best to serve his team with respect and putting it together. Next, we go to license. They must fulfill the responsibilities of inspiration, communication, and building team spirit at their own company as the leader or manager of the organization or unit. The manager must interact with other managers outside the organization in order to gain favors and information. For example, Brian Loob previously had the Chatime franchise, which is controlled by Taiwanese franchisor La Cafa International Co. Following a tense meeting between the two companies, La Cafa decided to terminate Loob's contract. Other than that is monitoring. To obtain a better grasp of the organization and its environment, the management absorbs information and internal and external happenings. Managers gather information mostly through verbal means such as gossip, rumor, supposition, and grapevine network. For example, a cloud-based machine and a business intelligence dashboard have been combined by the organization. Machine learning is being used to improve shop inventory management and restocking. The next is disseminator. After the information has been disseminated, the manager gets information from numerous sources using various methods. When his employees do not have communication with another company management, the manager will play a vital role in conveying information to them. For example, Brian shared that the new name was to emphasize to his customers that tea is our life. After that is spokesperson. Managers act as spokespersons for the organization when they represent it to outsiders. Managers are supposed to share information regarding the firm's strategy, policies, and action on behalf of the company. Brian is a dedicated and hardworking individual. His captivating demeanor made him a sought-after spokesperson for world-class brands such as Tealive, Merz, Huawei, Sony, and others, in addition to being lauded as a role model for budding entrepreneurs. Next is entrepreneur. When acting as an entrepreneur, a manager is a creator and innovator. The manager should have a lot of ideas, start new project, and start developmental project. Brian Loo is a successful businessman. Initially, Brian Loo was intent on becoming a biochemist before taking a leap of faith into entrepreneurship. He founded Loob Holding, a Malaysian-based regional F&B player specializing in the premium quick service segment with a portfolio of 8 brands, which is Tealive, Gindako, Croissant Taiyaki, Kokokai, Noodle, and Soda Express. Other than that is disturbance handler. Managers respond to previously unanticipated difficulties by taking corrective action. The manager's responsibility as a disturbance handler is to respond involuntarily to pressure. For example, viral in global, the issue of boba from bubble tea was causes cancer. Tealive was impacted by the problem, and they were forced to hold a public news conference to explain the different inequality. After that is resource allocator. Managers are in charge of allocating human, material, and financial resources, setting a timetable for an operation's completion or approving expenditure on a specific project are two functions that managers execute in their capacity as resource allocator. For example, Brian described his passion as it is in our DNA to inject new culture and create revolutionary idea by changing and innovating the F&B industry through setting up big goals and achieving them. Lastly is negotiators. In order to acquire advantages for his own unit, the manager represents the organization in imagine and arrange meeting with his outsiders and insiders. For example, Brian Loo is in talks with AirAsia about carrying the drink on board. Enter the 45 Tesco stores that already have Chatime Express, as well as negotiation with Soda Express and Tino's Pizza. Innovation is important to CEO Brian Loo's job. Firstly, develop innovative products. A global product research and development center dedicated solely to the creation of new drink flavors, both foreign and domestic. We are continuously evolving and searching for ways to innovate and better, stated Brian Loo. This is in order to please customers by exceeding their expectations. Tealive has already developed additional flavors to complement its existing beverage lineup. For example, Durian King, Smoothie, and Hojicha. Next, innovative collaboration. Brian Loo initiated meaningful collaboration with fast-moving consumer good brands. For example, collaboration with Walls, a brand, to making ice cream bubble tea, Tealive. Other than that, collaboration with Mami brands to launch the world's first bubble tea instant noodle. Another example is Tealive X Dark Cosmetic released a new boba lipstick collection. Tealive also collaboration with halal skin care firm Safi to launch 4 facial cleansers. Lastly, innovative ideas. Brian Loob made the hashtag Jom Stay at Home and make your own bubble tea to eat. During MCO, the innovative and unique idea is Tealive do-it-yourself bubble tea set. Everyone can try to make their own bubble tea at home. It has devised this DIY, which costs 150 ringgit and has all the necessary components to make 20 to 25 cups. How technology changes the manager works today. Firstly, in communication. Technology has changed the way managers used to communicate in the modern workplace. Smartphones, social network sites, and chat apps have elevated communication to new heights. It can assist managers in communicating with their staff or from management to management in a faster, more immediate, purposely collaborative and united manner. For example, technology Brian Loob have a lot of collaboration with other brands like Horlicks, Mami, Safi, Walls, and Duck brand. Brian Loob has also formed alliance with countries such as the United Kingdom, Australia, Brunei, Myanmar, Vietnam, China, and the Philippines. Next is using robotic technology. Organizational setting will likely continue to include robotic technologies. The manager work will become increasingly more existing and challenging as people and technology interact to achieve organization goals. For example, in order to compete with the available milk tea brands, Tealive chose a new direction with the support of technology to reduce labor costs, increase productivity and product quality. We expect to open 2 to 3 to the auto shop. Lastly, enabling remote working. New technology has enabled remote working, teleconferencing, and co-working facilities, all of which have significantly changed the modern workplace. Mobile and cloud technology have given instant and distant access, enabling for internet-based service model. For example, Loob used the black box inside to monitor the operation and overview of the current operation. The Loob's mobile learning application, for example, has been made available in the e-learning system to teach personnel in various locations. That's all from me. Thank you.